Okay, this is for people who are just now starting their spiritual journey.
You think it's just culture, but the word says it's spiritual. Things people say are harmless, but scripture calls demonic.
So come to find out, the story of Jesus isn't even an original? Don't go getting triggered now. Wait for the message.
Y'all really need to watch out for provoking spirits. These spirits are very smart, but they weak and they prey on strong people.
Please go research the word black. Go research the word kids. Those are two of the most powerful spells that y'all cast on y'allself.
What's good, family? Welcome back to another episode of Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other. Let's get your shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share it with them. These videos are for entertainment purposes. I am not responsible for what you do or don't believe. This is your journey. Take what you believe and leave what you don't. In the last video, I told you that I got my new teeth and they were not fitting properly in my mouth. So I have been shaving and sanding and doing all the things to get them to fit properly in my mouth. And they're almost there, but they weren't quite there. So I had to get a reliner for my teeth. And so I have it in right now. So they are sitting loosely in my mouth. So if I talk funny, if I sound funny, that is why. Because they are not glued down into my mouth. They were not fitting properly. I say that because I want to say this. Who cares about your differences? Who cares about your flaws? Because guess what? I promise you, nobody cares. I have spent a lot of my life worrying about what other people think about me. And I have finally gotten to a point in my life where I am embracing my differences. I am embracing my individuality. Yes, I have fake teeth because I chose to do drugs. And I have 7 children. Between those two things, my teeth went bad. And that's okay. It's okay. We spend a lot of time trying to fix our appearances because we don't like our nose or we don't like our mouth. So we get lip fillers, or we get a nose job, or we get a boob job, or we get a BBL, we get a tummy tuck. All of those things because we are trying to fit up to what society's standards are of what beauty is. And I'm here to tell you, beauty fades, my friend. You might be beautiful now, but if you are ugly on the inside and all you have is your looks, you have nothing. Stop caring about what you look like and start doing the inner work within yourself that needs to be done so you are radiant, even at the most mature stage you're going to reach. With your matured skin and your matured body, if your insides are beyond beautiful, you will be beautiful forever. So I just want to tell you today, love yourself. Love everything about yourself. Love your imperfections. Because guess what? There is over 1 billion people in this world. And there's nobody in this world like you. You're the only one like you. So while you're too busy trying to be somebody else, you can't be anybody else. Be yourself because everybody else is taken. Affirmation time, affirmation time. I'm surrounded by healing energy that restores my body, mind, and soul. I know that's right. That is a good one. I love that affirmation for us. I am focused on my personal growth journey. Dedicate time to find and choose a podcast on a topic that you want to grow in. Then commit to listening to it. I love that too. Our quote of the day, because a quote a day keeps the mediocre away. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Ooh, if you're too busy looking for success, if you ain't busy getting disciplined and consistent and not procrastinating, if you're too busy looking for success, you're never going to find it. Just do work on yourself every single day because guess what? Tomorrow doesn't exist and yesterday's already gone. The time is always right now. It's always now. Always. And the problem is that we live in the future or we live in the past. Neither one of those things exist. The only thing that exists is this moment, right now. And you know what? If you spend your time doing things that align with your goals, you'll get there. I promise you will get there. It takes time, even though time's an illusion. But if you're doing the things for yourself daily to be the best version of yourself every single day and always strive to be better than you were yesterday, you are going to succeed, even if you are taking the long route. Because I have learned that the slowest way is the fastest way. Because when you do it right, when you take your time and you go slow and you dot your I's and cross your T's, you're going to get there way quicker than you would if you tried to rush. Because you're going to rush, you're going to get there, and then you're going to lose it because you didn't do it right. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get straight into it.
Do you want to know why being spiritual, why being conscious ain't for everybody? A lot of people prefer religion because religion has boundaries. Religion tells you how to act, when to act like it, how to feel, when to feel it, what to think, and how to think about it. That is not spirituality. Spirituality has no boundaries. That's why it ain't for everybody. A lot of people cannot handle being in charge of their own mind. They need something to tell them what to do and how to do it. They need something to tell them how to feel about things and when to feel them. Because most people don't think for themselves at the end of the day. That's the harsh truth of reality. Most people do not think for themselves and they don't want to. And it can also be scary because it's unfamiliar territory. We're grown up being taught to believe in a specific system that governs our mind to tell us how to think and what to do. So when you break out of all them belief systems and now you just own your own in your own head, most people go for it. So they either stay away from spirituality altogether or they run back to religion because that's just most people. Spirituality, a spiritual journey, spiritual awakenings, it ain't for everybody.
No, it's definitely not. It's not for the weak. That's
Soul Tribe will never gatekeep anything from you. All right, your real Soul Tribe, when they got information that's gonna help you, they gonna give it to you. Once your Soul Tribe start gatekeeping information that they learning, they ain't your Soul Tribe. They fake. They ain't really your friend. They just an acquaintance, right? People who really getting money gonna tell you and give you the tips that get you money. People who really getting them spiritual tips on anything they learning on, they gonna give you that. That's Soul Tribe. People who always telling you, man, I learned this today. I got this. I want you. That's Soul Tribe. Anybody who's trying to evolve you with you, that's Soul Tribe. But people who like, nah, I learned this today. You know, people keep things silent. Yeah, they keep the things silent. They don't trust you. They don't want you to evolve over them, right? That's how it is. That's competition, right? You gotta know how to see those people and don't get too attached. Because if you get too attached, yeah, they gonna end up sinking you. They gonna end up snaking you. Because if you think everybody's your friend and you're gonna end up hurt a lot. I was like that. I want you to think everybody's my friend.
I watch a content creator who indirectly puts me on game constantly. He constantly drops gems about editing, about recording, and he does not gatekeep. He does not gatekeep the game. I will tell you that. QHF, go check out his channel. I am QHF. He gives it to you raw. He gives it to you real. He is a part of my soul tribe. I know he is.
What if the end of the world that they warned us about isn't destruction at all, but what if it's awakening? Think about it. Every generation was told the world would end in fire, chaos, and fear. But what if that was just a distraction because the real ending is just the death of ignorance? Now, right now, people are questioning religious systems, even their own beliefs. We're starting to see how energy works, how thoughts create, and how souls evolve. It's like society is starting to remember who we are. We are divine beings trapped in human form.
Yes, we are.
So just maybe these aren't end times. Maybe these are upgrade times. And it is a shift so big that it looks like destruction only because the old system can't survive this new level of consciousness. So no, the world's not ending, just the illusion of it is. What if the final judgment is just you waking up?
Listen, it's the end of their time. It's not the end of ours.
Please go research the word black. Go research the word kids.
Those are two of the most powerful spells that y'all cast on y'allself. The worst thing you can call yourself is black. Take the B off black is lack. And we be in lack of information, of power, of unity, of love. You be in lack because you've allowed somebody to call you black. That word in every other language means white. Blanc in French is white. The word black in Latin means white or colorless. How somebody gonna call you colorless when you the most colorful thing on the planet? Stop calling your children kids or your seeds kids. A kid is a baby goat or animal. If we want our children to stop acting like animals, we gotta stop calling them out their name. Even the word children, I'm just finding out, is cattle. We gotta understand and understand the power of the words that we're saying. Who's giving you the language to call yourself black? And you wonder why you the most in lack person on the planet. You the only people who hair grow up to God. Everybody else hair grow down, but you don't see your power, man. Because your oppressor or your depressor or your suppressor has introduced you with a concept. And this is how sneaky it is. First they introduce you, and once they introduce you, then they seduce you with the idea. And when they seduce you, bro, then they reduce you. And once you get reduced, then you can no longer produce.
Damn, that was, I didn't know that, but listen, I don't even say black anymore. I say melanated or melanin people.
Here's some spiritual signs that you should never ignore, no matter how freaking random they appear to be. First of all, when you're like trying to get out of the house and you keep forgetting things, like you're dropping shit, you're just having like all of this clumsy stuff. It's like you just can't get out of the damn door, right? You need to take pause, slow down. It's not that you're being clumsy, it's that your spirit team is literally trying to either stall you to keep you from ending up in the wrong place at the wrong time, or it's trying to keep you in line with ensuring that you end up in the right place at the right time. Second really big one is, like, have you ever been in the middle of a conversation with someone and then all of a sudden your stomach like flips, your mind goes blank, the energy is just like all of a sudden off? It's not because the small talk is awkward. It's often because your intuition is screaming at you like, yo, stop sharing, because not everyone deserves access to your inner world. So like, change the subject and protect your energy. Number 3, when a plant in your home just suddenly dies out of nowhere, sometimes that is not, oh shit, I forgot to water my plant. Sometimes it's because the plant actually absorbed energy that was meant for you. So think about the last time, like the last person that was in your space, were their intentions actually pure? Same thing when like your protection jewelry breaks, for example. It's not that that stuff is failing, it's that it did its job. And last but not least, stop letting everyone touch your hair. Your crown is sacred. It holds your energy. When people with bad intentions touch it, they can leave their energy behind, and not all energy belongs in your aura. You don't want all that shit. Your spirit is literally always talking to you, always guiding you. The question is, are you actually listening to it? So like, make sure you're protecting your magic, babe. Your energy is your currency. Treat it like the gold that it is. Walk like the goddess that you are. I love you.
I love you too, sis. Walk like the god.
A lot of people think the wrong things about Earth. It ain't no fucking school. You're not here to learn. You trapped. A lot of people know you trapped in prison, right? And the way out is in. A lot of people know. Everybody think the way out is the key on the inside. No, the biggest trick that they ever did was took something that was in you, hid it from you, and the whole time it's still in you. That's the biggest trick that ever been done. So the way out is in. That's why Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within. Right? But people don't understand this. People looking for the way out. That's why they lining up to the church and they giving them all the money, because they looking for the way out, the outward way, but the way out is in. That's why everybody's still stuck here. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing wrong with religion. I'm not saying nothing wrong with God. I'm saying something is wrong with the pastor. Something is wrong with the imam.
Listen, he is not lying. He's funny to watch, but he's so spot on.
Here are the spiritual truths. You were born and you forgot who you are. You are not a body trying to have a spiritual experience. You are spirit, already infinite, already eternal, choosing to have a human experience. Right now, as you hear this, you are dreaming inside of spirit, dreaming that this life is real. This dream feels real because it's designed to feel real. Otherwise, you wouldn't play the life game. This is what people call The Matrix, an immersive field of experience where you forget your power so that you can remember it again. And before you came here, you chose everything. You chose your parents, you chose your siblings, you chose the people who will love you, betray you, teach you, break your heart, and activate you. You chose them because you wanted the mirror. You wanted the lessons, the catalysts, the opportunities to expand and evolve. And to believe that you didn't choose this is to forget your sovereignty and your power. To forget your sovereignty and your power is to forget that you are God. And everyone is God, individuated, experiencing itself. That is what sovereignty truly is. The knowing that you are a creator, not a victim. And you've been lied to by religion. You've been told that you're small, powerless, a sinner, dependent on an external savior. But that's not the truth. That's control. True spirituality is remembering that you are already connected, already divine. And yes, the beings that we call aliens are real. Ancient start races like the Anunnaki infused their DNA into early humans. Without that infusion, we will not be the Homo sapiens that you see today. We will still resemble what you call the Sasquatch or Bigfoot. This is a spiritual truth that religion and government have hidden from you, because to know it will break their hold on your consciousness. Now we're in the age of Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius, new frequencies hitting the planet, a collective shift. The veils are thinning. It's becoming harder and harder to stay asleep. The old world is already collapsing. The old narratives, religion, the government, societal, all are being exposed. The GOV has lied about aliens. They know they tried to shoot them down. They've been caught on video doing so. Religion and GOV are two arms of the same beast, control. This is why you see politicians using religion as a tool, because it works on those who never question, who follow blindly. They weaponize Christianity and other faiths to manipulate the masses. This isn't about the orange man or any one man. It's about a system built to keep you asleep, afraid, and obedient. But what they don't know is that the truth is breaking through. We are aligning with new earth frequencies. We are remembering. The more we cling to the old world, the more painful the shift will feel. The more you surrender to truth, to sovereignty, and to the remembrance of who you are, the freer you'll become. You are God dreaming itself. You are spirit playing human. You are here to wake up, to remember to choose love and sovereignty over fear and control. That's the real spiritual truth.
And there you have it.
Y'all really need to watch out for provoking spirits. These spirits are very smart, but they're weak and they prey on strong people. These type of spirits will bring you into fury and let you win the battle, because winning the argument does not make them feel like they won. Getting you out your character and wasting your energy makes them feel like they won. Provoking spirits gets a high out of bringing people out of their character. They get a high out of making people act out of their emotions. You have to know how to identify one of these and control yourself when one of these are attacking you. Because y'all have to realize we are in spiritual warfare. Y'all gotta stop looking at things physically all the time. Because if you don't realize that a provoking spirit inhabits people's body, you will be lost. A provoking spirit can inhabit anybody. It can be your friends, your family, your significant other, or it can be a quote-unquote op. A provoking spirit don't care about physical things. So they'll get you to a point to where you want to unalive them. And you know what? They still won. Because they got you to a point where you just threw your life away. Because all that spirit is going to do is jump in another person's body and do the same thing to them that they just did to you. You have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent in this world. You have to realize that some people just do things so you can act out of character and give your energy to them. They love negative energy. They absorb it every time you lash out at them. That's why when you be serious as hell, they be laughing. They'll look at you dead in your face and laugh at you because you did what they want you to do.
I have a spirit in my life like that right now.
5 signs you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. Number 1, you feel disconnected from friends and family. They're not able to relate to the things that you talk about and the things that interest you. It's simply because you're on a different wavelength, a higher vibration. You're maturing spiritually. Number 2, you can't sleep at night when normally this is not a problem. You find yourself waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. This is God pulling on you. The universe is shifting your paradigm. Number 3, all of a sudden you have an undeniable hunger for knowledge. You're learning about manifestation, how to raise your vibration, for how to find find your purpose, the 12 laws of the universe. Because your paradigm is shifting, you're learning your way out the matrix. Number 4, you're energy sensitive. You're able to read people easier than before. You're allergic to those who are vibrating at such a low vibration. You stay away from those who are constantly negative. And number 5, you're questioning all the beliefs that you were taught as a kid. You see the BS in religion, groups, man-made doctrine. No longer are you controlled by dogma. Congratulations. Welcome to paradise.
Welcome to paradise, my friends.
Every chosen one that has hit their first spiritual awakening has went through some form of a spiritual psychosis where you feel like the whole entire world is against you and after you. And I'm going to tell you why you feel like that. You feel like that because your spirit is aware that it's in a spiritual battle, a spiritual war. There's been spiritual warfare. See, within your subconscious brain, your soul lies there. And your soul never forgets, aka your subconscious brain never forgets anything through each lifetime that you existed. So when this vessel in this lifetime comes awakened, its first spiritual awakening, when it has its first spiritual awakening and it realizes, wait a minute, something's off, it don't know who to trust. And with that being said, that's why most of the times when we get to that point of I don't know who to trust on your first spiritual awakening, you go into isolation. This is actually a protective measure that the soul takes the vessel through. Because it knows, the soul, you know that the vessel is not aware of what's going on. So now it sees that it needs to be protected, right? It's like a blossoming flower that has not blossomed yet. It's like a premature seed. You haven't even watered it enough. It's barely even got a taste of water. It doesn't even know what water tastes like yet. So it's relearning how to walk and crawl all over again. It's relearning how to trust all over again. It's relearning how to do all these things that you thought you knew how to do all over again, because you literally have to unlearn life.
Because everything's alive.
Most people don't know this, but there are two kinds of awakenings: a spiritual awakening and a Kundalini awakening. And not everyone will go through both in this lifetime. A spiritual awakening is when your soul starts to wake up from the illusion of the world. It usually happens after pain, after loss, heartbreak, depression, or trauma. It's that moment when something inside you says, I can't live like this anymore, there has to be more. You start questioning everything, your beliefs, your habits, your religion, the system, even who you are. You begin to see through the fake things in life. You start feeling energy, noticing synchronicities, angel numbers, and realizing that you're being guided by something higher. You begin to understand that you are not your body or your mind. You are a soul, a consciousness having a human experience. That's what most people mean when they say they woke up. It is the beginning of reconnecting with your higher self and seeing truth in a world full of lies. But the Kundalini awakening, that's something much deeper. It is not just your awareness waking up. It is the divine energy within you rising. This energy sits coiled at the base of your spine, and when it awakens, it moves upward through all your chakras, purifying you from the inside out. And when that happens, it can feel like your entire world is being destroyed, Madur, because it is. The energy begins cleansing everything that isn't pure. Your trauma, your suppressed emotions, your false beliefs, even the toxins in your body. That's why people going through a Kundalini awakening can feel heat, shaking, twitching, pressure in the head or spine, emotional breakdowns, and even digestive issues. It's not something to fear. It's divine energy transforming you. The spiritual awakening opens your mind and heart. It helps you see. The Kundalini awakening opens your entire being. It helps you become. One happens through awareness and realization. The other happens through divine force and surrender. Not everyone will go through both because the Kundalini awakening is extremely powerful. It only happens when your soul is ready. You can't force it, and you shouldn't try. If your body and spirit aren't prepared, it can be overwhelming. That's why it's better to live clean, eat natural, stay grounded, and keep your vibration high. The Kundalini is sacred. It is not something to chase. It is something to allow when God decides it is time. Because when it rises, it burns away everything that's not you. It humbles you, breaks you, purifies you, and then rebuilds you into who you were always meant to be. A spiritual awakening helps you understand God. A Kundalini awakening helps you become one with God. So if you're waking up spiritually, don't rush. Let your journey unfold naturally. When your soul is ready, the divine energy will rise on its own and it will change everything. The The goal isn't to awaken both energies. The goal is to surrender to God's plan for you. Because in the end, both awakenings lead to the same place. Love, truth, and oneness with the divine.
Yes. Yes. That is the goal. Love,
Politics is really politics. They've been tricking you. It's right wing, left wing, but it's one bird. The prefix to democracy is demon. So y'all think about that. Education, they don't really educate you. They just assess you and separate you. So if you have one of the elite minds in this country, they're going to send you to Princeton and Harvard and Yale and Oxford and all these different places to train you the way they want you to be. Economically, they teach us to spend our money on bullshit so that we can stay in economic slavery. If you look at the word mortgage, it's the same as mortuary and morgue. It's a death sentence. The word mortgage in Greek means death sentence. They tell you the American scheme is to tell you to get a mortgage. You know, you never own anything in America that you pay taxes on, bro. You never really own a mortgage. You can always leverage it, though. I'm not saying don't get a mortgage, but I'm just saying understand what you're dealing with so that you're not ignorant.
Listen, I have a car. I do not have conscience. I'm done confiding to these people.
I think it's just culture, but the word says it's spiritual. Things people say are harmless, but scripture calls demonic.
You know what I mean.
Number 1, manifesting and law of assumption, trying to speak things into existence. Number 2, horoscopes, zodiac signs, and astrology, replacing God's voice with cosmic designs. Demonic. Number 3, burning sage for energy cleansing. Demonic. Number 4, tarot card readings, psychics, and mediums, seeking advice from the dead instead of the living God. Demonic. Number 5, seeking crystals for healing and protection. Demonic. It's trusting the creation instead of the creator. Number 6, universe language, calling God the universe to avoid surrendering to him. Demonic. Number 7, evil eye jewelry, using symbols to protect yourself instead of God's hand. Demonic. Number 8, manifestation music, affirmation loop, and high vibration content. Demonic. Trying to shift your spirit through a sound instead of scripture. Demonic. Deuteronomy chapter 18 verses 10 through 12. Let no one be found among you who practice divination, sorcery, engages in witchcraft. All who do these things are detestable to the Lord. Anything that replaces God as your source, demonic.
I'm going to add this to what she just said. And this is why the world is the way that it is. Because of people like her. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I don't know her. But I'm just saying she's so brainwashed by the system that you just saw what she said. Demonic. All of it's demonic. That book has been rewritten and books taken out and all those things to keep us confused. They say those things are demonic so we don't tap into who we really truly are. So we don't come back to divine oneness. God created the heavens and the stars. So how are you going to say that zodiac is demonic? It's not demonic. I'm going to leave that right there and continue.
5 spiritual secrets that you're going to learn over time. Hugging trees removes negative energy. When you hug or sit under a tree, you'll feel its unique healing energy. It has now been confirmed by science that hugging trees can beneficially affect the human health by altering vibrational frequency, mood improvement, headache alleviating, and escalated serotonin production. It's a whole lot more benefits. Number 2, the universe is always listening. Be mindful of your self-talk. It's a conversation with the universe. Grounding is necessary. A lot of us don't experience this because we have on rubber shoes. This stops the electric connection between the ground and your body. Rubber is an insulator. It reduces pain, improves sleep, boosts immunity, calms your mind, decreases inflammation, detoxes your body of waste and stuff, and a whole lot more. Pause to read. Number 4, lazy days are necessary. You are human, not a robot. Take some time off to nurture your child self. And number 5, the law of attraction does not stop. What you think you become. What you feel you attract. What you imagine you create. It's just like the law of gravity. It don't stop.
That's the thing most people fail to realize. It don't matter if you don't know what they're physically doing. Your spirit is always going to tell you what somebody's doing, if they're lying, if they're cheating, if they're stealing from you. Your spirit is going to reveal that if you just listen to it and stop letting your feelings and emotions override what your spiritual nature is telling your physical nature. You don't have to be visibly with somebody that you're dealing with on that level of closeness to know what they're doing. You're going to know. You're going to know through the body language, through the conversation, the way they respond, the way they act towards you. Like, all that are tells. Y'all have to start paying attention. People aren't that sneaky that they can get away with things like that, especially if you're intimate with them. If you're that intimate with somebody, like, let's be for real, you're exchanging spiritual energy when you're having certain deep conversations, when you have intimacy with someone, when you allow yourself to open up to someone. And once someone opens up to you and you open up to them, if they are actually in tune with their spirit and not just emotionally reacting to everything, they'll understand what's going on with you. Y'all ain't that slick, man. Come on now. Come on now. Let's be for real. You can't hide from the spirit. You can't hide from the spirit. Even God knew where Adam and Eve were and what they did. He was just trying to see if they was going to be real about it. And half of y'all act just like that. Y'all can't be real about it. Y'all don't come forward. Y'all don't be real about y'all intentions because you're trying to use and misuse people. Stop that BS.
Somebody said, who are the 12 disciples to you? The 12 disciples plus Jesus make the 13 constellations. It's astrology. It's you. It's all the spirits that dwell within you. You are Capricorn just like you are Cancer, just like all of the elements, earth, water, fire, air, make up ether. All of those chemicals are within you. That's why you are an alchemist. You are all chemicals, right? So when you're talking about the 12 disciples, you're simply talking about yourself, aspects of yourself. For example, Judas sells out Jesus because he loves his country. He wanted Jesus to rebel against the Jew community and against the government. That's why Judas sold Jesus out. So what aspect of you loves your nation, loves your race, loves your culture more than you love the God dwelling within you? That's who Judas is. Who was Peter? Peter denied God. What aspect of you, when you get in front of other people, pretend to be something you're not, because it's better, it's easier to sell yourself out than it is to admit who you truly are. That's who Peter is. So all of those are aspects of your own identity. What part of your love are you hiding? What part of your love do you got trapped in the closet? What part of your love is refusing to be vulnerable because you don't want people to see you for who you truly are? All of the characters are you. All the characters within the body of work are you. You are the body of Christ. It's you. Because Christ is within you.
Easiest way to spot a monitoring spirit is whenever you don't give them information, whenever they're not getting details, they get angry. They feel some type of way whenever they're not able to know your business. Whenever they're not knowing when you did something, how or why or where, whenever they ain't got the details or the tea, they get mad, they get angry, they get upset. Another way you can tell if somebody's a monitoring spirit, they see your life as entertainment. The ups and downs, the highs and lows in your life, they see it as complete entertainment. And the lows, they're loud about. Whenever you're going through something low, oh, they got all this advice. They got so much stuff they got to say. They see it as entertainment. But whenever something good happens, whenever there's a high in your life, they quiet. They don't seem too entertained by it. I really want y'all to pay attention to that. Not everybody in your life has your best interest. When you find out somebody's a monitoring spirit, you need to cut ties and close your mouth. The devil is out here to steal people's destinies, steal people's joy, steal people's blessings, and have us in delay. And a lot of times we be in delay with people. How many times we've been in relationships we should have been got out of? How many times we've been cool with people we should have been stopped being cool with? Once you see somebody is not from God and of God, you need to separate yourself from them. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, a monitoring spirit ain't gonna do nothing but collect information from you and pour from you and drain you. Literally. Trying to tempt you to be in sin, trying to tempt you to be just like them. Anytime something good happen in your life, they ain't got nothing to say. They don't want to talk about it. But let something bad happen. Let you talk to them about the spiritual warfare that you got coming towards you. They got so much they got to say. They celebrating your losses and they quiet anytime you blessed with something. So they gonna manifest in anger whenever they not getting information from you. They gonna see your life as entertainment. Anytime you got something going on, they want to know where, why, how, and let you not tell them. They gonna feel some type of way, but it's a spiritual thing. So don't waste your time getting offended by them. Understand it's a spiritual thing. They're being used by spirits. So don't waste your time being angry and bitter at them. Forgive them and keep it pushing. Because what happened is, if you get in your feelings, and let me be really clear when I say this. Are you gonna feel some type of way? Oh yeah. Everything you feel, you need to take it to God. And don't be led by those feelings, because those feelings are going to keep you emotionally involved with this person and cause delay in your life. So a lot of times we try to go to them for closure. Or a lot of times we bask in that offense that they bringing towards us. Don't bask in it. You feel what you feel. You're going to be mad? Yep. You're going to be sad? Yep. Most of the time, you're going to be disappointed more than anything. You take everything to God and ask God, is this person from you or not from you? Lord, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to remove this person from you, or this is the person that you called to be in my life at this very moment? And y'all already know God don't take no time with those prayers. Don't take no time. So don't even waste your time trying to gain clarity with somebody who don't want to bring clarity, don't want to do nothing but bring chaos. Don't waste your time trying to reason with somebody who don't want to reason with you. You take it to God, you listen for them instructions, and then from there, you move accordingly. Because the devil wants you to be delayed. The devil wants to keep you in situations you should have been out of. But a lot of times we be in situations way longer than what we supposed to. Why? Because we be in our feelings. We be led by our heart. We be wanting stuff to work. We be wanting restoration. We be wanting reconciliation. We be wanting them to just get it. We be wanting them to just get us. But here's the kicker. A lot of people don't want to understand you. A lot of people don't want to get you. Because the perception that they have in their mind about you is already made up. So they don't care. They don't care about the truth. They care about their truth. This is what happens when we run into narcissistic people. This is why they live in a false reality and they try to do everything in their power to get you to fit into it. So take what I'm saying back to the Holy Spirit. If you got doubts about somebody being a monitoring spirit, just take it to God and God gonna reveal all. May God continue to watch over y'all and bless y'all.
Is Horus, and Horus is Jesus.
I didn't know that either.
Who are we?
We are the gods and goddesses of this earth. We have to realize that we are eternal beings, eternal creatures. Death is an illusion. All death means is that you're no longer sustaining this vehicle, but you have many different vehicles. So if I ask who we are all. We are consciousness. We are God experiencing itself in 7 billion different people because it wanted to experience its creation. If you were all knowing and omnipotent and all seeing and you created something, you will want to experience what you created. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. How can you do that if you don't inhabit a body because you are consciousness? What the mind will do is create a body to experience reality. You know the best analogy? Look at a baby. A baby runs around, put everything in his mouth, uses hands for everything, on his knees, it gets into everything. Why? Because it's using his body as a toolbox to figure out reality, to experience. We are here to experience. So who we are God. We are consciousness experiencing itself in a physical, terrestrial, or celestial form.
They do not want you to know that your mental illness is your spiritual awakening. You feeling everything deeply, hearing messages in silence, sensing energy, or just being overwhelmed by this world? That's not dysfunction. It's multidimensional sensitivity. But instead of helping you master it, they medicate you into silence. Why? Because a self-aware soul cannot be programmed. Who said that? Who said that?
Wait.
9 things I learned on my spiritual journey. And it's not no energy is real. Like, no, 9 real things that you need to thrive in this physical realm. Let's go. You are an infinite, all-encompassing being living within a finite experience. Don't let it fuck you up. 2 opposing things can be true at the same time. Beyond the physical realm, 1 + 1 does not always equal 2. Go study quantum physics. Nothing is inherently evil. It's about what you do with it. The mind is not local to the brain. It exists on a higher plane than the physical plane. Matter of fact, this creation that we are and are simultaneously living inside of organizes itself through frequencies and densities.
There are multiple planes of existence. Judgment does not exist beyond the mind. It's functionally impossible. Therefore, God does not judge you. You judge you. God transcends the mind. God transcends everything. Period. Nothing is not nothing because nothing is something. Do with that what you will. Heaven and hell is based off of one's own perception of their own energy. Time is relative to the perception of energy propagating and moving through space. Not everything is quantum. I feel like quantum mechanics and the quantum realm is one of them things where it's like a lot of people know what's important, but don't nobody know why. Go read a book. If I see one more nigga selling quantum anything, I'm gonna buy.
According to the Akashic Records, what is the spiritual truth of ADHD?
According to the Akashic Records, ADHD is not a flaw, but an evolutionary adaptation of consciousness. It reflects a soul that operates in a non-linear, multidimensional, and high-frequency way, not easily fitting into rigid linear structures. Individuals with ADHD are often tuned into multiple planes of awareness simultaneously, receiving rapid streams of information from both physical and non-physical realms. This expanded consciousness may appear as distraction, but is actually a form of hyperperception. Their brains are designed to move fast, think creatively, and connect patterns spontaneously, which can be challenging in conventional environments. Spiritually, they are here to disrupt outdated systems and bring forth new, innovative ways of thinking and learning, coming as grid shifters and system busters, challenging the status quo and reminding others that structure must evolve. They are not here to fit in, but to help build new paradigms through their movement, creativity, and unique intelligence. Emotional sensitivity and nervous system, these individuals often experience emotional highs and lows and a highly stimulated nervous system. This reflects a light body that's spinning faster than the collective norm, needing practices that help root and channel their high energy constructively. Often these souls incarnate into lineages or families where creativity, truth, or freedom was suppressed. They come to help break old patterns and bring in new ways of being.
What can a soul with ADHD in today's reality do to better manage these abilities?
A soul with ADHD can thrive by embracing their unique abilities and adopting practices that honor their vibrant, multidimensional nature. Embrace movement and physical activity helps channel the excess energy and enhances focus. Activities like yoga, martial arts, dance, or even walking in nature can be grounding and centering. Short, frequent breaks during tasks can maintain focus and prevent burnout. Create a supportive environment to minimize distractions using tools like noise-canceling headphones, fidget devices, or structured routines to stay on track. Incorporate visual aids, planners, and reminders to help organize thoughts and tasks. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Short guided meditations or mindfulness practices can help train the mind to focus and bring awareness to the present moment. Breathwork techniques can calm the nervous system and enhance concentration. Leverage creativity and passion. Channel the creative and spontaneous energy into passion projects, artistic pursuits, or innovative work. This not only provides an outlet but also aligns with the soul's purpose. Allows for flexible schedules that accommodate bursts of inspiration and periods of rest. Honor your unique wiring. Reframe ADHD as a superpower that brings creativity, out-of-the-box thinking, and the ability to see connections others might miss. Practice self-compassion and let go of societal expectations that don't align with your natural rhythm. Seek supportive communities. Connect with like-minded individuals or groups who understand and celebrate neurodiversity. Engage in grounding practices such as spending time in nature, working with crystals, or practicing earthing techniques. Energy healing modalities like Reiki, sound healing, or chakra balancing can help align and stabilize the energy body.
That was some good information. I like that.
These are the 4 dark side effects of a spiritual awakening. For number 1, emotional confusion. Having to relearn everything about yourself and the world can definitely take a toll on your emotions. But it's important to know that this is normal. This is not a sign of weakness or failure. So during this stage, you gotta be very patient with yourself. Visualizing your higher self will clear up any confusion and make your challenges a lot easier. Meditation will also help you with this by keeping you present. For number 2, relationship struggles. You may start to fall out with people you were once close with. This can include friends, family, or even a romantic partner. And the reason this happens is because your mindset and soul is no longer aligned with them. This can be emotionally draining
for both you and them. But a spiritual awakening is a very unique experience that requires a lot of time alone. And it's okay to prioritize yourself during these times, because eventually you'll form new relationships that align with who you are now. For number 3, identity shift. A spiritual awakening can literally feel like you're losing your mind. This is because the old you is leaving while the new you is being born. This stage is called the crossroads, which is when you're shifting from one state to another. Now the good news is this is only temporary. This is very similar to a butterfly transforming. The journey may be tough, but once you shed your old skin, you'll start to fly. And for number 4, self-doubt. Things can get so challenging that you question if you're on the right path, or if everything you're going through is even worth it. And the answer to both is yes. Not everybody's built for it, and that's why it's so valuable. But you're different, which is why you're on this journey in the first place. But the key is to not give up despite your setbacks. And the reward for you pushing through will be greater than any challenge you had to previously go through. Now, if you want to know how to enter the flow state and achieve all your goals, be sure to comment flow and hit follow so you don't miss any more guidance.
What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. And you can never force nobody else to wear them.
Being raised spiritual, it's 3 main things that my mama always used to say. Okay, 1, don't let everybody in your is your crown. You need to learn to protect it. Okay, everybody energy don't be right. Some people don't be liking you. Some people carry bad energy. Don't let them your hair. 2, stop eating everywhere. Stop eating from everybody. People be carrying bad energy. You be taking that food, eating that food, and then your stomach and shit start hurting afterwards. It's because that energy transferred. Okay, and then also people be wishing you bad. People don't mean you no good. You eating their food. Them people might put a root on you. Anything. They can do something to you to harm you. And you taking that food in. 3, stop letting everybody in your mother's house. Everybody do not belong at your house. People be hating on you. People don't be happy for you. People be carrying around bad spirits. People be carrying around bad energy. But if you do make the mistake and let them folks up in your house, throw some salt down when they walk on out that door and sweep that salt on out that door and sweep their ass right away and all that energy that they brought up in there. But y'all got to be careful of who you let around you, who you let in your hair, and who you let in your motherfucking house. Okay, them the 3 main rules of spirituality. All right? You protect your crown, you protect your home, and you protect your gut at all times. And if it don't align, that means you done did something you ain't supposed to do. Cleanse that energy and cleanse it ASAP, because energy is transferable. When people don't got right energy, your shit be off. Especially when it come to eating and eating out. Growing up, I didn't eat out. My mama cooked all our meals. As an adult, I ain't gonna hold you. I do eat out, but I check that energy at the door, and if that energy is off, I don't eat it. I go to the next restaurant, or I go get me something else to eat, or I go to the house and cook. Because that's telling me that I don't need to be doing that. So I switch it up every single time. All I'm saying, I'm just a messenger. Y'all can take my advice. Don't take it. Y'all can come on here, Bible thump, and do whatever you want to do. These are just some shits that I still live by to the best of my ability, of course.
And she said Bible thumping.
You shapeshift every night. Every night we go to sleep, and nobody questions where do we go. I've often asked, do you punch a ticket? Do you have a transfer? What vehicle do you use? How much fuel does it take? And where do you go? Everybody on earth that has a soul sleeps, unless you're very refined, and even then you may sleep at least once a month. Sleep merely means that your body can no longer hold the soul because it's run out of energy. And the body becomes so despicably horrible to the soul that until it cleans up itself, the soul leaves. So each night you die. You will die every 3 days, or you will die standing up. People go to sleep standing up. People had guard duty, just going through. They'll be with you, they're still there. But you have to go to sleep because the energy in your body is not strong enough to maintain you. So you have to get out so the body can renew itself. You, as a soul, go out and receive some energy, jump back into the body, and then you go. Now, if that is the case, then you have to ask, what trip did you take? Where did you go? What is the action? And what is the reaction? That is another whole case of study. But I simply say, each night we die. So death is only death when it's final, for what we think is final. When we die each night, we're going to be reborn. If not, then you got obsequies, funerals, and everybody's mourning. If you do, hey, you made it back. But sometimes we get back with trace memories. We have a dream. I said, I had a REM state, and a rapid eye movement state, and I dreamed this and I dreamed it. It seemed so real. It was real. Because you got out of the false reality, which doesn't exist on this planet, to the real reality that does off this planet, where you came from. That's why many people don't like to return. Many people get lost out in space and consciousness. This is why when you start talking about the speed of something, it's incalculable, the speed of something on a planet like this, because this planet is so low in vibration. Speed of light, speed of sound, no such thing. It doesn't exist in the internal world that is external to the Creator. Only exists then. When you're next to the Creator, there is no such thing as time. So for a soul, there's no time. But time must remember when it comes back into the body, and that's when you say, I don't know how long I was asleep. I don't know where I went. Man, it was so real was there, because she really became real. Here is a confinement. Here is where you're here to do one thing, learn. And then the time is to show what you've learned and what you're willing to practice.
You want to kill fear, you must go to its source, your mind. Because fear doesn't start in the world, it starts in your thoughts, in the silent, invisible stories you repeat to yourself. Stories of inadequacy, of danger, of what might go wrong. Stories that play on a loop, shaping your reality without you even realizing it. And here's the truth. If you don't train your thoughts, they will train you. Left unchecked, the mind becomes a battlefield where fear always wins. But you're not here to be ruled by fear. You're here to reclaim your mind, to take back the pen and write a new script. And it begins with this simple but powerful realization. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You are the architect, the programmer, the one who chooses what gets to stay. So when fear whispers, you're not ready, you don't just accept it. You question it. You respond, says who? When it says you'll fail, you reply, maybe. But I'll learn. You flip the script. You disrupt the pattern. Because every thought is a seed, and what you water grows. If you water fear, you'll harvest hesitation. But if you water courage, if you flood your mind with powerful, intentional, disciplined thoughts, then boldness becomes your default. This isn't about blind positivity. It's about intentional mental conditioning. The same way athletes train their bodies, warriors train their reflexes, and musicians train their fingers. You must train your mind with affirmations that declare your worth.
Pause. You know, I was afraid starting this channel. I didn't know I didn't know how it was going to go. I had no idea what I was doing. I was new to it. I had never been an editor before. I thought to myself, what are people going to say about me that know me starting this channel? They're going to laugh at me. They're going to make fun of me. They're going to say, who does she think she is to start a channel? And you know what? I did it anyways. My teeth. I judged myself with my teeth. And so I thought other people were going to judge me. And then I had to remind myself, so what? Who cares if they make fun of you? Who cares if they laugh at you? Who cares if they think you're not going to do it? Who cares if they think you can't do it? Who cares if they say, who does she think she is? Who cares? So what? Who do I say I am? What do I say about me? What do I believe about me? And yeah, I know I'm talking funny because of my teeth, because I'm not used to them, because they're bigger than my real teeth were. They're bigger than the other teeth that I had. So what? So what? I love me, and I know who I am, and I know who I'm being called to be. And somebody else's opinion of me doesn't matter. The only opinion that matters is the one that I have about myself. And yeah, these are the biggest hoops I've ever worn in my entire life, but I like them. I'm going to wear them because I wanted to, because I don't care what other people are going to say about them, because I'm learning to love who I am, to embrace my individuality, and to accept me just the way I am. And you know what? The man that the divine has for me is going to love everything about me. even my flaws, even my past. As shitty as my past is, I have to accept it, and I have to accept myself before I can expect him to accept it and accept me. So accept yourself today, friend. Who cares? Who cares what people are going to say about you? So what? Let them. Let them. Do I have it in the background? Where is my let them? Oh, my let them's up there. Can you see it? Right there. Hold on. Right there. And I make vision boards. I make vision boards so I can remind myself of who I am and why I'm doing this. And this channel is going to prosper. This channel is prospering. I am prospering. And so are you. I love you.
Spiritual Truths by Lauren, Part 2. Number 1, frequency is like Wi-Fi. You can't see it, but you can definitely experience it. The vibes that you pick up on someone are real, so trust what your energy is telling you. Number 2, if the same issues keep popping up with new partners or different friends, it's not a coincidence. The universe is sending you the same lesson until you finally learn it. Number 3, to truly enjoy life, you have to authentically, deeply, really enjoy who you are on the inside. If you lost your looks, your body, or your status, could you still look in the mirror and see your beauty? If your answer is no, you have work to do. Number 4, when you want something, you're tuning into the frequency of lack. Instead, say, I'm so happy that. I'm so happy that I have my brand new car. And watch how fast the universe aligns to deliver it to you. Changing your mindset will change your life. Number 5, when things don't go your way, it's not rejection, it's redirection. The universe is moving you towards something bigger, even if you can't see it yet. Follow me for more spiritual truths. I love making these.
I looked for part 1 and could not find it.
When you meditate in darkness, something powerful happens. Close your eyes. Focus not on the black behind your eyelids, but on the space between your brows, the middle of your forehead. That's your third eye, your true sight. Your physical eyes are just lenses for the matrix. They show you illusions, appearances, limits, distractions. But the mind's eye shows you reality. What you can conceive, what you can believe becomes real. Here's the secret. Both people are right. The one who believes in gifts, visions, and higher dimensions experiences them. And the one who says it's nonsense, for them, it doesn't exist. Belief is the key that opens or closes the gateway. When you meditate in the sun, you feel charged. When you meditate in the dark, you see clearly. The most vivid visions happen in silence and in shadows and in solitude because you are beyond illusion. If you're ready to unlock higher dimensions, join the Telegram group in the bio. Step into daily activations. Don't borrow beliefs. See with your real eye.
See with your third eye, friend.
And are you going to get it through your head that none of this shit matters, bro? What is a kid? Don't tell me a kid is what popped out of your mother's poo-poo. What is a kid spiritually, bro? What is an adult spiritually? What is any of this shit, bro? Why do we work? Why do we go to school? Any of that? No! We're being programmed to forget that we actually came here on Earth to decode our soul. We passed all of the other tests on all of the other planets in this solar system. So we came to Earth to decode our soul, to see who we really are through all of those tests. That's why here you have to go through so many reincarnations to decode your solar energy. We decode our solar energy in this plane on an experimental level. Through your experiences is how you figure out who you are.
Yeah. That's
Study your laws of the universe.
Oh,
Laws of the universe. Or get the master key. Like all the laws of the universe, I studied all the laws of the universe. You know what I'm saying? And I fully apply that.
The 12 universal laws are cosmic rules, the blueprint of how energy, thoughts, and reality work. Number 1, law of divine oneness. Everything is connected. Your thoughts, words, and actions ripple through the universe. Watch how you treat people. It comes back in ways you don't see. Number 2, law of vibration. Everything has a frequency, even your emotions. Protect your vibe, your music, and people. Even thoughts affect your frequency. Number 3, law of correspondence. As above, so below. Your outer world reflects your inner world. Number 4, law of attraction. You attract what you are, not what you want. Stop begging, start becoming. Shift your energy, then watch what shows up. Number 5, law of inspired action. Manifestation needs movement. Don't just visualize. Act like it's already real. Energy follows action. Number 6, law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is always shifting. Low vibes can be turned high. Turn anger into drive and pain into passion. You're the alchemist. Number 7, law of cause and effect. Every action has a reaction. Karma is real. Move smart. You're planting seeds with every choice. Number 8, law of compensation. You're rewarded for what you put out, even if you don't see it yet. Give value, stay solid. Trust the payout comes in divine timing. Number 9, law of relativity. Nothing is good or bad until you compare it. Stop playing victim. Someone would kill to have your problems. Number 10, law of polarity. Everything has an opposite, yin and yang. Your darkest moments build your light. Embrace both sides. Number 11, law of rhythm. Life moves in cycles. Ups and downs are natural. Don't fight the wave, surf it. Stay grounded through seasons. Number 12, law of gender. Masculine and feminine energy exists in all things. Learn when to grind, masculine, and when to flow, feminine. Study these laws and apply them daily, and life starts responding to you.
Yep. And I am studying the universal laws.
5 things to never do in the spirit world. Because whether you see it or not, you're already living in it. Number 1, never speak what you don't want to manifest. Your words are spirit. Every time you speak, you're casting spells, blessings, or curses. So every time you say, I'm tired, I can't, or it's not working, you're prophesying defeat over your own life. Number 2, never ignore ideas. Ideas are the seeds from God Himself. Actually, the word idea, it means God's opinion. It's God's concept. If you let the enemy plant lies in your mind, unchecked, unverified, with no guard at the gate, don't be surprised when they grow into patterns, problems, and even strongholds over your life. Number 3, never fake submission. You can't be in rebellion in your heart and expect heaven to respond to your prayers. God sees alignment, not performance. Number 4, never cast out what you secretly agree with. You can't evict a demon you keep entertaining. If you still enjoy the benefits of sin, you're not in warfare. You are in partnership. Number 5, never think time means safety. Just because something hasn't hit your life yet doesn't mean the spirit world is quiet. Delay is not protection if you're out of position. It's often a setup for loss. The spirit realm is real. It's active. And your ignorance doesn't protect you, alignment does. If this shook you, start the Spiritually Disciplined Leader. It's a mini course. And if your peace has been under attack, get your copy of A Peace Called Love. That's an ebook. Both are linked in my bio. And if you're serious about spiritual alignment, send me an email and I'll definitely get to work with you immediately. Now, if you didn't know, now you know.
If you didn't know, now you know. Get your clarity.
They told you the mark of the beast would be a chip. They told you it was something outside of you. But what if the real mark isn't physical at all? Revelations 13:16 through 17 speaks about a system that controls how we live, buy, sell, and move. But the beast is not a monster. The beast is the system itself. A system that enslaves minds, that teaches you to trade your soul for convenience, that rewards obedience and punishes freedom. The mark in the forehead, that's symbolic with your ways aligning with the system, working for it, fueling it, blindly following. Yes, the digital passports. Yes, the chip. Yes, the biometric scanning. These are physical tools. But the true danger is spiritual submission. The moment you forget who you are. The truth is, the real war is for your mind, your soul, your frequency. The system wants your worship, not in praise, but in attention, in submission, in dependence, not independence, dependence. But you are not the beast. You are the awakened, the chosen. You are the one who remembers. Don't fear the chip. Fear forgetting who you are. Fear living asleep. Because the moment you remember your divine power, you've already broken the mark. The mark isn't just about tech. It's about spiritual slavery. The beast is the system, not the number, not you. I'm Smoke the Creator, and I don't miss.
Religion was created to steal your spiritual power and give it to someone else. Spirituality teaches you that God is within you. Religion teaches you that God is outside you and you need a middleman to reach him. Spirituality says you are divine consciousness having a human experience. Religion says you are a sinner who needs salvation from an external savior. True spirituality empowers you to connect directly with source energy. Religion creates dependency on priests, pastors, and institutions. The Bible says the kingdom of heaven is within you, but churches moved heaven outside you so you would seek it through them instead of finding it yourself. Every religion started with one person having a direct spiritual experience. Then institutions formed to control access to that same experience. All this knowledge is in the Book of Wisdom. If you wanted to read it, comment wisdom, and I will send the link to you.
You caught me slipping.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but the Bible is not a history book. It is a consciousness manual that was turned into a control system so that you would never figure out what it's actually teaching. Every story, parable, and miracle in the Bible is showing you how consciousness actually creates reality. But they told you it was about being a good person, following rules, and waiting for salvation. And those lies keep you powerless. So let me show you what they don't want you to see. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word is not literally words. It's vibration, frequency, and the creative force that collapses all realities into one reality. God spoke things into existence. You speak things into existence too. You see what I'm saying? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That's not belief in an external deity. That's quantum mechanics. Faith is the frequency that collapses the unseen potential into physical reality. When you hold a vision so strongly that it feels real before it actually manifests, you're collapsing the wave function. You're bringing the invisible into visibility. You're literally creating your reality. You all have heard over and over again, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. That's not about praying any harder than you're praying. That's about focused intention. When you ask with certainty, the field responds. When you seek with clarity, you will find. When you knock with conviction, reality opens its doors. Jesus walked on water, turned water into wine, healed the sick, and raised the dead. And then he told y'all, these things I do, you will do also, and greater things than these. He was not somebody special. He was awake. He was operating from source consciousness, and he was showing you that you have that same exact power. But religion told you that he was the only son of God, that you could never do what he did, that you were born sinful and broken and needed saving. That's the veil, the belief that you're separate from the power that he demonstrated, and you're not. The kingdom of God is within you, not in a building, not out there in heaven, inside of you, inside of your consciousness. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, by changing your perception. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Your thoughts literally create your reality, and not eventually, constantly. The Bible is teaching you that you are the creator, that your words, your thoughts, your beliefs, your focus are generating your experience. They are generating your reality. But they buried that truth under guilt, shame, fear, obedience, all these low vibrational feelings. Because if you knew you were God, you wouldn't need the church. You wouldn't need the priest. You wouldn't need the system. You'd create your own reality. You'd walk in your own power, and you would become ungovernable. The veil is not the Bible. The veil is the interpretation that they gave you and that you hold of what the Bible is saying. You are not a sinner waiting for salvation. You are source consciousness learning to create your reality deliberately. And if you know, you know. I don't got to sit here and make this shit up. The rest of the masses keep bowing to a system that was designed to keep them powerless. Which one are you?
So come to find out, the story of Jesus isn't even an original? Don't go getting triggered now. Wait for the message. So last night, I came across something really interesting. And it's how the story of Jesus has the same exact storyline as a bunch of gods that came thousands of years before him. Let me see. We got Horus in Egypt, 3,000 years before Christ. Was the son of a virgin, symbol of light defeating darkness, died and rose again. You got Krishna in India. I think it was like 1,500 years before Christ. Born of a virgin, performed miracles, died, resurrected. Dionysus in Greece, 1,100 years. Turned water into wine, called the Son of God, had disciples. Mithra in Persia, 600 years. Born on December 25th, celebrated by shepherds, symbol of truth and light. And then you got Jesus. The same story, the same pattern, just told in a different timeline. And at first, of course, a cynical me, it's like, damn, so Jesus' story isn't real? But then I dug a little bit deeper and I started to realize something else. I don't think that these were stories about one man at all. I feel like they were all symbols. Like each culture told the same story trying to explain something cosmic. They were trying to explain the sun's path, the changing of the seasons, the cycle of life and death. You know, because every year the sun dies in December, stays still for 3 days, then begins to rise again, the winter solstice. That's what I think the resurrection is. That's where I think that December 25th comes from, is the birth of light returning to the world. So these stories were symbolic. They weren't about a single man doing miracles. I think they were about the human journey, the birth, death, and resurrection. I think all of it was about consciousness. So now, today, when I think about Jesus, I don't just think of a man. I'm seeing a pattern. You know, a reminder that all of us die and rise again in our own way. You know, like every time we fall, we get back up. Every time we lose ourselves and try to find that light again, that's resurrection. That's the Christ story. It's not something outside of you. It's in you. So anyway, tribe, that's what I took from it. That maybe the point wasn't ever to debate, you know, who was real and who wasn't. I think maybe the point was just to remind us that we have our story too. You know, that light comes after darkness. That truth always returns. You know, tribe, as always, the goal is to leave people better than we found them. So I figure I'd drop this little gem on y'all and do with the story as you please. Till tomorrow, namaste.
One thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people that talk about spirituality online, they only talk about the good part. You know, they talk about love and light, and they make it seem like this shit is all peaches and creams. but they don't tell you about the dark side. They don't tell you that when you actually open up your third eye and you actually start seeing beyond the matrix, bro, it's a lot of pain and suffering that comes with that shit, right? And so you got to understand that pretty much everything we was ever taught was a lie. So when you become conscious, you have to reprogram the way that you think. So this means you have to go back in your mind and you have to resolve past traumas. You have to confront your own demons. And see, a lot of people don't want to talk about this. They want you to think that it's all about love and everything is sweet. But they don't talk about the real shit. They don't talk about the fact that, you know, you can become depressed from having all this spiritual knowledge, right? Because you can become so elevated in your consciousness to where the physical earth bores you, the physical earth is beneath you, and you can begin to hate this realm. Because look, man, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, man. I know a lot of people who got too deep into this conscious information and they ended up just, you know, crashing out or taking themselves out. You know, because you got to understand, man, this shit is not for the weak of heart. This shit will break you. This shit will destroy you. You talking about taking everything that somebody has known to be real and true and destroying that shit, right? And rebuilding your whole life, rebuilding your whole mind from the ground up. That's
Okay, this is for people who are just now starting their spiritual journey. When somebody is giving you guidance on how to start your spiritual journey and they instantly tell you to buy all these crystals, tarot cards, books, or even telling you to do shadow work and meditation without even explaining what that is and ways to do it, run. I feel like before diving into any spiritual practice, it's important to have a solid foundation of awareness. It is very important to have a clear understanding of the practices, so when you engage into them, it's with meaning and intention. By taking your time to develop awareness and understanding, you can have a more successful and fulfilling spiritual journey. Don't get me wrong, tools like meditation, tarot cards, crystals, they are very helpful for inner work, but it's important to remember that they are just tools. The work has to come from within. It's easy to rely on these tools to do the work for you, but that's not the point. The point is to use these tools to help you access your own inner wisdom and guidance. By doing the inner work without always relying on these tools, you can develop a deeper connection with yourself and your intuition. Never forget the little things matter. Things like journaling, dancing, listening to music, spending time in nature, doing arts and crafts, painting, cooking, exercising, taking a shower is all a form of healing and tapping in with yourself. Ask yourself, how can I make this moment meaningful? You don't always have to be using crystals, meditation, tarot cards to feel like you have meaning in your life.
And to go off of what Homeboy said about the dark side of spirituality, I really believe that when you begin this journey, it's because you're called. The people that crashed out or took their lives, prayers to their families, I want to say that they were, and this is just my perspective, what if they weren't really seeking spirituality to better themselves? Because yeah, it sucks when you find out that everything is fake. It sucks when you find out that money isn't real and we are chasing this paper with numbers on it, and some people give their lives for it and it's not even real. It's crazy, and it sucks when you find out that the real currency is your energy, is your frequency. That is the money. That's where the money's at. And that's why they keep us stuck in the system, working. That's why they have us go to school for 12 years. That prepares us for adulthood. Rockefeller even said it. I don't want a world of thinkers. I want a world of workers. That says it all right there. So if you are in spirituality, or you are at the beginning of spirituality, please be mindful. It is not for the weak. You have to do a lot of soul searching. You will do a lot of crying alone, in the shower, in your car, in bed. It is going to be sucky at times. But I want to tell you this. The suck doesn't last forever. It only sucks for a little while. And even after the suck passes, you will learn to become equipped with the tools that you need to get you through when you do go through those dark periods. Thank you for tuning in to Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share with them. I hope you have an amazing 24 and the best 7 yet. And I pray that divine radiates love and kindness and compassion and abundance and peace and joy and all the things over your life today, tomorrow, and forever. Till I see you on the next one. I love you.